What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Payne. Welcome back to another DC Heroes and Villains video. Alright guys, today we're going to be finishing up the new tier list that is now going to be for the month of August, and there have been some adjustments to be made, especially from some of the top tier units, and then some of the niche units are going to move around. So you're going to see some changes here, guys, that you didn't see before. So let's go through this real quick and talk about the new August tier list. All right, so first off, let's start off with, we're going to go from literally from here to here. Okay, so alphabetical order. So Amanda Waller continues to remain SS. Now, if you guys have not played with her before, that sounds dirty, but you know what I mean. If you have not used her, she will literally amplify everything on your team in terms of damage. So she is one of the best characters in the game. A 3-star, easy to max. Definitely check her out, all right? Aquaman. I'm going to actually move him up to SS for a reason. So Aquaman actually becomes a lot more of a necessity later on. As you use him, he is a anti-buffer, so he removes buffs. He is the barrier suppressor, so he removes barriers. He does a massive amount of AoE damage, and he does the passive, which gives him a anti-buff on an opponent. The reason why he's moved up the slot now is because as you progress further, especially into the end game content, you're starting to notice a lot more units using barriers and buffs. So he actually is the perfect counter for a lot of that's going on. So he is now moved up a slot, okay? Artemis Grace, we're going to put her back in A. She is a good red unit that cleanses and does decent damage. Really built for Amazonians, though. And because the Amazonian units are fairly crap right now, unfortunately, she kind of sits there. Batman. Oh, boy. Oh, man. B for Batman. Unfortunately, he is the martyr for people to come and join the game because of his IP name, the fact that he's a huge name in DC world and comics in general, but he's unfortunately a really bad character, so he's going to sit in B. Beast Boy is going to move to... this is a tough one. Okay, we're going to put him in SS. And the reason why is because Beast Boy gives power gauge in the beginning. He has a taunt for 2 turns, has a massive AoE damage, and a taunt after he does that. Easily the highest HP pool of any tank, the hardest tank to kill in the game, outside of Vandal Savage. So definitely deserves that. He's not out yet for you guys, but he will be. Check out the showcase I did on him on the 4 units, or the 6 units that are coming out soon, if you want to know what he's all about. Black Lightning, he's going to go probably to B. He's another version of... He's better than Batman, unfortunately, but he's still pretty bad unit overall. Blue Beetle, actually a very good unit. Anti-stealth, barrier, very good at keeping people alive. And when he does take away someone's stealth, he does vulnerability. So very good unit coming out very soon. So I'll put him in S. Captain, very niche character. Going to be used strictly for purple and blue teams and for GCPD, and there aren't very good GCPD. So Catwoman, same thing, goes to be very niche. This girl, I'm very much debating putting SS, to be honest. I think I'm going to put her in SS. Cheetah is absolutely an incredible damage dealer. And she gets her power gauge so quickly. She does anti-block. She does crit up on herself, dodge on herself. She's just overall such a damn good unit. So Cheetah's going to get S. Cheshire doesn't actually work right now. That's right, I tested her. Her power move doesn't work as it's supposed to. It doesn't actually do the damage that it's supposed to when someone has a dot. So until they fix her, she's going to sit in C. Cersei, one of the best units in the game, hands down. If you have her, she's plug and play in every team. Absolutely use her. Copperhead, S. One of the most debilitating power moves in the game. Does so much debuffs on the opponent. Plus has a 7-turn dot. Is going to be crucial pretty much for every piece of content that requires a boss that can take dots. And he's really good at dodging. Biggest problem with him is his low health pool. But outside of that, really, really good unit. Cyborg, I'm going to sit in B here. Not very good. Deadshot, S. One of the best damage dealers in the game. Donna Troy, A. Mini Wonder Woman. Unfortunately, that is not anywhere near as good as Wonder Woman from a stat perspective and damage perspective, but still decent. Enchantress. I'm going to give her... You know what? She gets an S. She's pretty reliable across the board in the game, so I think she deserves an S. A lot of people still use her for double heals and stuff, so a good unit. Firefly, A. His best thing is his passive, where he does vulnerability at 100% when you max out his dupes whenever he gets hit, so that's probably his best feature. His AoE is pretty decent damage-wise, but it's not the greatest. Flash, S. Very close to SS. The only haste buff, AoE haste buff in the game for everybody to have. Not out yet, but will definitely make an impact. Also does convert red tiles whenever he does on his passive at 50%. So decent, amazing for red teams. Overall, decent damage, but incredible buff. One of the best buffs in the game. So definitely goes there. Gorilla Groot is gonna go to B. He's an okay tank. Probably gets a little more credit than that. You know what? He's actually probably an A. He's a good red unit for sure. He does the 4 red slots in the beginning of battle. He has barriers. He has decent AoE damage. He does lockdown as well. So he's actually not a bad tank. So I'll put him in there. Grab another A. Really good buffs. Unfortunately, low percentage. One of the only decent 3-star B units in the game. So decent there. Halo. Okay, Halo's going to get S. She won't get SS because she doesn't really have that much damage, but she does have a dot. She does vulnerability whenever she gets hit when she has a barrier, and she applies her own barrier every time she does a basic move. So a very good unit, a very good 5-star starting unit, very easy to use. Harley Quinn as well gets an S. Good debuffs. Unfortunately, sacrifices her own HP. Okay damage. She's good on bosses, but she's not stellar. Huntress, I'm probably gonna give her SS. She deserves it. Single target damage, really high single target damage. Incredible buffs on herself. Has high crit rate. Has stealth. Has the option to do a dodge up whenever she gets hit. Really, really, really good unit overall. So definitely gets there. Inmate leader gets a C. Joker gets an S. I'm gonna still put him in SS. I still think he's worth it. Really, really good unit there. Katana, we'll give her by herself. She's good. With Halo, she's better. So I'm gonna just to target her singly. She's an A unit, still a really good unit. Killer Croc. Out of all the tanks, I'd say he's probably an A. He's probably an A. Lex Luthor, SS for sure. Just overall one of the best units in the game from damage dealing perspective and overall for buffing and as well power gauge increase. Really, really good. Livewire. She does what Aquaman does with buff D-strip. She's very fast. She gets her power bar pretty quick. So I'll give her that. I'll give her an S there. Martian Manhunter, I'm going to give him an A. Not very good. Nightwing also gets an A. Nubia, actually a decent tank. I'll give her an A as well too. So if you're looking for a blue tank that you don't have Vandal Savage or Superman, then that's where you go there. Parasite, definitely going to get an S. Penguin, absolutely gets an S. Poison Ivy is SS. Best healer in the game. Best debuffs. Has accuracy down, attack down on her skills whenever she gets hit, and then she has a dot, and not to mention one of the highest HP heals for a single target. Raven's going to get an S for now, only because she's really, really good with Teen Titan units, but not the greatest on her own. Riddler gets an SS, of course. Robin, useless. Two-Face actually has moved up quite a bit. Very good for red teams specifically. Outside of red teams, not the greatest, but he's there for that. Ultra Humanite, we're going to give him an A. Vandal Savage, SS. Wonder Woman, I'm going to give her an S. Still not convinced she's an SS. I'm sorry, guys. And then Superman gets an S. Yeah, Superman has dropped. So Superman has dropped because he is actually inferior to Vandal Savage in almost every way, except for maybe a little bit of his health and damage. Definitely his damage is higher, but overall, he is his immunity passive of 24 turns if you max him out as dupe. It's only 8 turns if you don't. It's not that important to a tank because other people can provide that. He should have given... He's Superman, for God's sakes. He should have given himself way more than what he's offering. So there's your brand new tier list, guys. That's what I think is going to look like going forward for quite some time. Once the new units drop, you guys already have them in here. If a brand new unit drops, I'll test them. They'll be in the need to be tested section. But this is your August tier list for the brand new tier list, and we're going to do additional ones as they come out. We'll do one a month. This is probably going to be the most accurate version of a tier list you're going to get out there. All right, guys, this is Payne. I'll talk to you guys in the next one.